Australian cinema has had a rich queer heritage over the years, from the frothy campery of Priscilla to the more serious HIV issues confronted in Walking on Water. But this heritage proper began in Sydney, 1969, the time and place of Australia's first overtly queer film. The Set, also dubbed Australia's first sexploitation film, tells the story of struggling artist Paul, who moves to the city and is drawn into Sydney's high society, where he has his first encounter with the gay community. It's while working on a design project for a film set that he encounters the closeted and heavily in denial Tony, leading to a turbulent and confusing relationship. The fuss caused by the gay storyline, however, was nothing compared to that caused by the full on-camera nudity of daytime TV hostess of the day, Hazel Phillips, dubbed the housewife's friend. On the eve of an encore screening at the 2007 Melbourne Queer Film Festival, we revisit a reunion held at the Mardi Gras Film Festival 2004 of writer, creator and star Roger Ward and stars Hazel Phillips and Candy Johnson, one of Sydney's original drag performers.
Thank you. It's amazing to see such a crowd tonight. This film was made 35 years ago, right now, about this month. 35 years ago, when half of you weren't even born then. The book was a book about sociology, about relationships, general behaviour, but he wanted to make a film about homosexuality, which was fabulous for me, because the controversy that happened, there were front page publicity like you wouldn't believe, and it made the film such a hot thing that there were queues of people lining up to see it, and there were traffic jams when it was showing at drive-in theatres. Hazel Phillips is here. Come on, darling. Hazel's the star of the film. And look at that.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness. It's a very long time ago. It doesn't seem long, though. You'll find out when you get old. It seems like yesterday, actually. I've seen my lovely friend Kathy Lloyd tonight and a few other friends that I've known all the years. But, you know, you can't take all the credit for the cues. The fact was, I was the first midday host in this country on television, at the 12 o'clock spot. And Mike Walsh took my spot, and then they went to Channel 9 and they gave her a big budget and a big band. I had $10 for taxis. But actually the reason that the headlines was Hazel Phillips nude in film. All I did was swim across this pool, and I was rather less endowed then, and they had this photograph of me going on the edge of the pool, and they airbrushed a big boob so that it would look more alluring. But anyway, I suppose it gave my career a boost, I don't really know. But I got the best laughs of my life, especially in the dramatic scenes. I crept into the back of the cinema because I couldn't believe the furor. Hazel Phillips nude in film, and she was the housewife's friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the drag star who put the Purple Onion, Australia's first gay club, on the international map, the Ken who created and built the longest running steam complex in Australia, Ken's Karate Club, Public with the Lord Roberts, the Park Inn and the Paddington Green Hotels, and one of the stars of the movie we're about to see from the set. Please welcome Candy Johnson.
Thank you. It is a long time since I was there. I had no idea that the picture was about homosexuality, ladies and gentlemen. They just asked me to appear. Roger had written a scene where I arrive at the door and knock on the door and say, please open up, let me in. I have been chased by sailors. I said, I can't do this. It's just unreal. I've never been chased by a sailor in my entire life. I've always stopped and given them what they wanted. So I said to Roger, or not to Roger, I said to Frank, can I rewrite the scene? Which I did. And you will see a credit come up that says special material by Ken Johnson. That is my own stuff that I did there with Tracy Lee. However, when we were doing the movie, I don't know whether you were aware of this, Frank Britton said to me, have you got any ideas about getting some publicity for the movie? And I said, well, Actors Equity up the street never liked drag queens. They will never join us up. Maybe you could do some stuff about that. He came back and he said, yes, that's a good idea, Candy. After we do your scene, we'll do another take of it. I was a one-take girl in those days. And we'll do another take of it. Rodney Mulner, who is the union rep, will come in, he will have a fight, and he will storm off the scene saying you are not going to become a union member at this stage. Rodney came in, we had a fight, it was really great theatre. I managed to get a real girly smack into his face just before I walked off. Who knows, Sunday Mirror headlines in the Mirror, punch up on set. As you say, Hazel, female impersonator Ken Candy Johnson had a punch-up with Rodney Mulner. It never mentioned us again. It mentioned your bare tits. It mentioned Rodney's arse. It just went on and said it'll never be reviewed again. It was really terrible. They rang me up and said, do not do any interviews, just do an interview from Macquarie Network. Everybody rang on the telephone. I was the publican at the Lord Roberts at that time, so there's a circle there with the Lord Roberts, you see. So I was the publican at the Lord Roberts. That went on and on. Everybody rang up. Finally, Macquarie Network rang up. I gave them an interview over the telephone. My friend Stephen, who was on the desk at Macquarie Network, and they would do tapes that come, you know, Whitlam on Kemlani, Sangster on divorce. He said mine came marked poof on punch-up, ladies and gentlemen. So that was my little story about that. You will see that I do sing live, and I'm sure you'll get a great laugh at, as you say, the serious and dramatic parts of it.
Take me for a fool, but take me. If I play it cool, then make me. Should you find me sleeping drowsy, don't be subtle. Wake me, rouse me. Take me, get my motor running hard.